So, suggested on the Discord, Stephen Crowder takes the political compass test. It's an hour long. It's an hour and 5 minutes long. We are gonna take a look. Buckle up, everybody. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. How long is this intro gonna be? 10 seconds? It's already too long. Can we skip this shit?
You know,
Holy shit, 30 seconds? 30 seconds is too long for an intro. Fuck
makes
you.
me very sad because I feel like people will never see
Let's go.
how effective my hips are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good thing.
It's
That's a good thing.
these hips, there's something
He's totally gay. I know it's like rude to say. People are like gay and in the closet because they're homophobic. Gay.
else.
Respect.
I don't
It's copyrighted? Don't tell me it's copyrighted. Did my stream go? Did my stream die down? No? You're just joking? Okay.
have a lot
Shakira.
of great qualities, but my hips are among them. I'll never be appreciated.
Never.
And then the
you
hips
will
are always
never be.
covered by the bottom half of the casket.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
True.
Wow.
I'm a very sad person.
Even in
Yeah. You should get one of those display.
Hold on! Wait!
That's true.
Wow.
I'm a very sad person.
Even.
Got him!
Yeah. You should get one
okay.
of those display caskets.
Okay, come on, come on. This whole
That's
thing...
because I'm bulimic.
Okay,
I don't like myself.
this whole thing
with the hips.
should.
My wife. What was I about to say? Something about being. I don't know. I just don't like myself.
Wow, color me surprised. Okay, this whole show is like a stream of consciousness bullshit. I want to hear the political compass test. Oh my god, where is it? Am I gonna have to like skip through it? Does someone else in the chat say it? 105 for results? I don't want the results, I want the start. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, it's so boring. Is this a live stream? If this is a live stream. No, it's not a live stream. Fuck. I don't know how people like watch this stuff. He has Black Rifle coffee right there. It's not even good coffee. I don't really like coffee too much, but like as far as coffee goes, it's not good coffee. It's just like, look at us, we're cool. Wait, did I skip it or hold on.
Vague.
Right.
Because corporations cannot be trusted to.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I did skip it. Hold on.
Right.
And everyone found out all of my deepest, darkest secrets.
Exactly. That was kind of funny, actually.
Yeah,
For
namely
us.
that I suffer from an incredible guilt complex.
Oh,
but for some reason, I'm
who'd
open
you
to new
kill?
experiences. So let's go.
Hey.
Come on, get on with it.
Because if you take the facets, all the Yep. All right. That sounds nothing like
Okay.
Jordan. By the way,
No, we love
Your
it.
title
Yeah.
is
He
takes
does.
the political compass
brilliant.
test.
I watched the body language expert.
Pro tip,
Who said that
you need to get to the main subject of your video within the first minute.
Yeah, next time I get into a fight with a crab.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Language
shit fucking gets a million views if you have such bad content quality.
Why am I referencing a very car that was?
And they're just like shouting over each other.
It should
Here we go.
primarily serve humanity.
Finally! 6 minutes, 34 seconds in, he finally gets to it.
Economic globalization is inevitable. It should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should serve humanity. Okay. I already don't. I know this how this is going to go.
know, right?
I really
Way to
don't
start
like
out.
this test.
So
do I have to do this?
Yes.
Can we just go to Ash Wednesday? Can I just start?
No.
Can we just go to a cigar?
No, there's a reason why we made you sign something saying you were going to do this test.
Come on.
Okay.
You have a cigar to look forward to, though.
There's a defibrillator outside. Don't worry. We're
Economic,
prepared.
no, we ran
delaying.
out of.
Just
we asked
get
for
to
40,000.
it.
They only sent us 4.
Yeah.
Weird.
If economic globalization should primarily serve humanity, well, I believe that should in the world of economic globalization, a country should primarily focus on the needs of its people. So I guess that would be disagree.
I would disagree.
Okay, disagree.
Disagree. Yeah.
I'd always
is-
support my country whether it was right or wrong. Disagree. I do feel
He didn't even explain it.
like if they started, rounding up MSNBC journalists, I would make sure that someone spoke for them so that there would still be one to remain to speak for me.
There you go.
So,
But only one.
support my country. Where would we have rebuttals?
Right. We'd be out of a job.
We'd have a very shallow pool of
right.
content to rebut, whether it was right or wrong. So disagree. All right.
Okay.
No one chooses his or her country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. Okay. Here's the thing. I've always said you shouldn't be necessarily proud of intrinsic characteristics just because they're intrinsic. Like, I'm proud because I'm black. Okay. I'm proud because I'm white, and that's why I don't actually agree with the ideology of of a white nationalists or identitarians. But there is a difference, and I understand where they're coming from here, and this is why this poll can't be answered. Poll survey can't be answered accurately because an answer from the United States is very different from every other country. Yeah. They come from a people, right? A race, an ethnicity. I am proud of the United States because of the ideas that it represents. Right. We were formed by people who signed on, and anyone who's taken their naturalization oath knows that you have to say, all right, I support these values. I want to take part in the experiment that is basically a giant, that flag might as well wave the values of this country. So in my instance, I strongly...
See, and you've already forgot what the question was, hasn't it? That way he can just say whatever he wants.
I disagree because I think you can be proud of your country if it's a country founded on ideals like the United States. Because we...
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Fascist alert.
So that's something to be proud of, right?
Yeah.
You and your silly little pedestrian reductive tests. And I mean that in a way that is insulting. Being reductive is not necessarily bad.
Are you filling out the answers here?
Yeah. Shut up. I am doing it because of the way we set this. I'm doing it on my iPad, and Too Cute Maddie is doing it live. So that's why I'm saying everything verbally.
Okay,
I think I'm going to strongly disagree with this now. And then you'll hear a click. Click. Right. Our
cringe.
race has many superior qualities compared with other races. Strongly disagree.
Based. Comrade Crowder. Imagine if Rev Left Radio was like this. He is going to struggle. Yeah.
Again, though, does that, like, there are I mean, for example, if you're going to compare, like, there are differences, like, if you compare me to probably Bill's family tree, height.
Right.
It's true.
But he can crawl into smaller spaces.
Yeah.
That's valuable.
Yeah, that's a benefit.
He doesn't bemoan the coach airline seat because he can still, swing his legs like the little Oscar Mayer kid at the dock.
Just like a wiener dog, I can get into the ferret hole.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Oh, I have a story about that. Did I ever tell you my ex-girlfriend's grandfather in Germany had a
wiener dog?
dachshund? I'm not going to... And, or a groundhog.
I don't
Now
care.
you've gone down in my book. So,
you have a book?
I have to dig in from the top of... Are heartless books.
They are.
They don't
like
many
dachshunds.
superior qualities compared with other races. No. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. There's no neutral. It depends on the context. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I either disagree or agree. Dealer's choice. What do you think on this? Agree or disagree?
I put agree.
I would
Is
say
he
agree,
talking about like foreign policy?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
is that
because I
what he means?
understand sometimes you have to make friends with a
Yeah.
lesser evil to take out the worst evil.
I think
there's
it's
talking
about Fortnite, and so I put agree. Yeah.
But there's but there
I
is
was
a
answering
difference,
mine
yeah.
based on Call of Duty protocol.
Oh,
Could be
no.
a free for all. Yeah, but there's a
This is
difference.
why this test is bad.
Yes.
There's a
Are you
difference between
Italian?
having common values and having a common enemy.
Right.
And having common values is more friendship, and having common enemy, it's like a co-belligerent, more kind of relationship. So I don't know. I mean, it's
This
not
is
a
vague
very
as
good
hell.
question.
This
I
isn't
think you
marriage
used a lot of
counseling.
words and said nothing. So just,
You're so
I am
right.
going to spite agree.
Thanks.
Got it.
Agree.
Such an easy question. It takes a few
Duly
minutes
noted,
to
sir.
answer.
You smug bastard. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified.
Here we
Agree.
go.
Agree.
Agree.
Well, again, this
can, yeah.
a perfect example is not military, but I have direct experience with this. When you talk about big tech, they're saying, "Well, we have to please all nations." Then haul
No,
me
the question is about military, dipshit.
out in cuffs to Pakistan, sweetheart, because I
No, that's not what international law means.
I have actual complaints from the government of Pakistan.
International law doesn't mean the law of another country. International law means laws that you have agreed to follow in agreements with other countries. Well, like we mentioned earlier, Egypt signed a peace agreement with Israel. It would be a violation if one of them broke it. Like the Geneva Convention. Yes! A good example. You're not supposed to use fucking nerve agents on the opposing on the opposite. You're not supposed to use fucking nerve agents on your enemy's armies, because it's a fucking crime against humanity. But can he think of that? No, he's gonna talk about I'm getting censored on YouTube.
In other words, no.
The entire government.
The United States
Yes.
matters more.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I agree. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. Agree.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree.
If economic globalization...
That's you, though. You're talking about yourself.
I'm not a journalist. I want to be very clear.
not.
I am incredibly biased.
But you're honest about it.
Honestly.
Wait, no, hold on a second. What is this doing? Oh, shoot. I wasn't
page-
clicking it.
Yeah, you gotta click them.
come on.
Gotta
All
click
right, so you know what? I'm not going to actually acknowledge my answers. Too Cute Maddie, you're doing it because I can't send my answers to the team. Someone else talk real quick. I'm just going to write
Yeah,
it.
so I'm gonna read the next question.
The
People
United States matters more, Steven Crowder.
are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. 4 options: strongly disagree, disagree, agree, strongly agree.
I mean, I guess agree. I guess agree, but I don't.
Oh.
It's not in every instance. It depends. It depends.
I agreed as well, but
I mean, if you go down,
It's- the question isn't every instance. The question is more. The question is, does class have more of an impact than nationality does?
place, if you go down to Sweden or Iceland, you're going to stick out a little more than the United States. We're more divided by class. But again, that's because we're a country of ideas, not a country of a race of people. So.
And instead of addressing the class and nationality, he immediately goes to race. What the fuck? What?
I think if you personally, I would say class and nationality. I would say people are more divided by class and nationality, but there are 5 or 6 or 10 other things that are more divisive.
Yeah.
Such as morals or cultural beliefs or that
Or
type
good
of thing.
things like defined by your beliefs, defined by your family.
Morals and culture beliefs?
And this is something that's really important. This I can
Like,
tell is
like the question isn't about that stuff. The question is about class and nationality. It's just two variables. Compare the two.
likely written by a collectivist. If someone ever tells you that
No!
they care just as much about the entire globe, or even the country, or even their town, as they do their son, their daughter, their wife, or husband, they are lying to you.
Yep.
And so any
The question is nothing about that.
system of government that is not predicated.
Yeah, what was the question again? It was Steven Crowder. The question was, do you agree or disagree? People are more strongly divided by class than nationality. Simple answer. He immediately starts talking about race. Immediately starts talking about values and morals. No, it's class versus nationality. Which one is more important? Which one are people more divided by? It's
On the idea that people will look out for their family first it's a sham. Okay. Controlling inflation is more important
Not
than
relevant.
controlling unemployment. Well, I don't think we should be controlling any of it. But
you don't want to control inflation. Really?
disagree, I guess. I don't know if anyone
agree.
disagrees with me, you can shout out.
I agreed because I think if you control inflation a little bit better, it'll help unemployment.
I didn't like the. I mean,
Maybe.
again, the questions themselves are so screwed up. I mean,
Yeah. Right.
the idea that we're going to value unemployment is this whole idea that you want to create a lot more jobs. Let's go around and smash all the cars. You know,
Right.
you're going to need a lot more jobs. We're going to bring those horse jobs back.
Yeah.
I mean. So
Horse jobs?
It's not the quality
I like
of life
horses.
if all you're doing is trying to get people to do jobs.
But again, some of these may
That's not what the
be illogical.
Yes. Thank
or
you for the instruction.
intentionally
Yeah.
vague.
Yeah.
Right.
Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the
okay.
environment, they
That's
require
absurd.
regulation. I agree. Now, I don't mean intrusive
I mildly
regulation,
agree, yeah,
but
sure.
there does need to be some regulation.
Needs to be a level playing field for all of us.
Well, there also needs to be some regulation to make sure that corporations aren't abusing the law, aren't breaking the law just like individuals.
Right.
In other words,
Yeah, right.
there needs to
That
be some
makes sense.
regulation
Yeah.
to make sure that you're not shoplifting. There also needs to be some regulations to make sure that owners of corporations aren't shoplifting.
Okay, the question was about environmental controls, not necessarily shoplifting, but surprisingly, agreement. Surprisingly, not stupid.
Yeah, if you're pouring
On a
some
bigger scale.
chemical in somebody else's lake, that's a problem.
It's
Right.
not good.
Like
Yes.
Nestle. Send your letters to AudioWave.
Wow.
From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea.
No.
He doesn't recognize it as a Karl Marx quote.
From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. Is this trying to say you eat what you kill? Or is this trying to say that, like
No.
China, where people
This is
should be
the
going like,
Communist
you
Manifesto,
took,
son.
You ruined it by telling him what it is.
exam, here's a sickle, go to field.
This
You know what I mean?
means, This means you make a whole bunch of money. That's fine. You don't need all of it. Whatever you make is going to be distributed to people that need it.
Okay,
more than
then
you.
disagree.
Yeah.
It's you know, and here's a really interesting point.
Or sorry, strongly disagree.
Strongly, yeah.
Yeah, so at a high enough level, right, we all have similar values about protecting family or love or life. It's a lot of it is the details of how you get it done, right? Because even some people would be like, look, communism might be ideally good, but you can't really achieve it. Like there's no real way to do it with human beings, the life we live, and the resources that are available. So it's a pipe dream, right? And then
You should say what you agree with. I have my own video doing this test, though. If you want to watch it, it's a little bit back, a few months back, called Acing the Political Compass Test. Anyway.
and other people would go, okay, but if you want to live communism, just see what Stalin did, right? So you're into communism, you're into Stalinism, right? Oh, no, that's just a different version. So it's right. So the devil is in the details on all that. This is, I think, I can already tell where we're going to be at the end of this, where the questions are clearly, kind of getting you in a direction.
What?
He can't answer it, can't deal with the question, can't deal with the quote, so he's got to go Stalin.
Version of communism is China.
The best.
Wow.
I'm contractually obligated to
No, just deal with the quote. Just deal with the quote. That's all it is. Deal with the question being asked of you.
say
I was
that.
about to say.
I was unconvinced. You've swayed me. You've changed my mind.
Until the wet markets.
This all basically depends on but somebody else gets to decide what your ability is and what your need is.
Well, that's
At least that's the communist assumption.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
I
I
do
agree.
think
No, the question doesn't necessarily is someone else deciding it. Just the question is, do you agree with the concept?
that someone should eat what they kill. In other words, not only ability,
Yes.
but work ethic, right? Determination. I do think that people should ultimately be in control of their own destiny. When we're talking about physically here on Earth, because I believe that God is ultimately in charge of your destiny, that's why no man has a right to put limitations on your destiny.
Fuck
But if we're
me.
talking about each to their ability as determined by birth, as you see in communist countries, then of course I strongly disagree.
Yeah.
The freer the market, the freer the people, strongly agree. I already said there need to be some regulations, but we should err on the side of freer markets. It's a sad reflection
Pretty straightforward.
on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. Strongly disagree. Because
click
some
it.
Yeah,
people
that's not-
have crappy tap water.
Yeah. Flint.
Okay, he's right with that.
It's
I mean,
your
they made a
right to
business.
drink public water.
Yes.
It is not your right to have Aquafina take the water, purify it, reverse osmosis it, and or have it,
called
or
work.
a company have it piped to your tap.
By the way, in every country,
But okay, the question. But do you have the right to drink? Do you have the right to healthy water that's not going to poison you? Do you have right to water that's not going to have lead in it, even though it's being poisoned? Yeah.
where they have droughts and every country where they have a hurricane come through and knock out all these services, they love the fact that a company makes bottled water.
Yeah.
Right.
It saves their
Very
lives.
convenient.
Except Dasani. That stuff. That,
I like
That
Dasani.
stuff tastes like wet nickels.
I don't like Aquafina.
Aquafina tastes a little bit like the inside of a squirt gun.
does.
Land.
I buy. This is Fiesta. It's just it's bottled in Chandler. It's the same. It's the same water. It's just I can trust it more than my local taps because I live kind of nearby farm fields, and there's water pollution that I'm concerned of because I don't really trust the local pipe infrastructure around here. But the question is like, should I get the water or should it be sold to me? I don't know.
Land shouldn't
it takes
be
me
a
back.
We all know
commodity.
that.
Should you? Yeah. Should you have should it be commodified or should you have an access to it? Regardless.
Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. Strongly disagree. What do you do with it?
Yeah. What
You
is
just sit on
Strongly
it.
disagree. It is regrettable.
Can't it be like water filters? Yes. I worry about pesticide and fertilizer runoff, and I have a little. I'm skeptical that those filters are good enough. I want something larger, like a Brita filter. Can a Brita filter get pesticide and fertilizer runoff out of my water, I don't trust it to do that. Maybe I could do some more research into it, but I don't fully believe it. I mean, I've lived in places where it's like fine, but it's just like for the immediate place where I live, I don't really believe it. I think for the most part, the municipal water like around here is fine. It's just like right where I live, it's like I don't trust it. That's it. That's all.
That many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. I agree if we're talking about like speculators and people who don't actually run a business, people who or people
venture capitalists.
It matters if you're talking about people who receive bailout after bailout after bailout.
That's different.
And aren't contributing to the economy and who are gaming the system. But I would put those people, corporate welfare queens, in the same camp as actual welfare queens.
Yeah.
That's not the same as a company
But so they don't really exist?
who employs
That's
people.
not true.
I think this question is basically saying somebody who has money, and the only way that they make money is by buying and selling like stocks and manipulating money.
That's
Essentially,
one way.
This is a bad person in society. I'm like, well, no, they're not.
right.
They
I
serve a role.
I see it even in like a more narrow line. Like, for example, the whole mortgage crisis.
Is that because peripheral vision?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, these slits, man, they like go on both sides.
So
It's
when I
like,
get tired, I get racist.
hey, I
Stephen,
love
you're
it.
not yourself when you're tired.
Just it's all right. It's
Okay,
all right.
all right, so
Here's
what
a
are you saying?
Snickers.
A narrow-
No, I was going to say
What the fuck are they
collateralized
talking
debt
about?
obligations. That's when people took
CDOs.
mortgages and then they
Yeah.
lend money. Or,
I don't care.
Those types of functions. We need those. We have to have those.
How many pages of this do we have?
It's quite a bit.
79.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, how many?
Okay, no, we don't need those. It's absurd. The idea is that people are making... Okay, here we go. Your labor creates value. Your labor has value. It contributes to the economy. This is how things grow. This is all nice and handy, howdy-doody. And then there are people who don't really create any value that's added to the economy, but still get wealthy off of it. That's kind of strange. All right.
Do we know? Because we might not be able to do an
6.
Ash Wednesday.
It's
We're just gonna have to do
6.
this. This will be the whole show.
This might be the whole thing.
Amazing.
Well, I'm not happy about it.
So now you get no cigar.
Protectionism is I know. Can someone? Is that Walther loaded?
It's not.
Hey, if
No.
you eat
What
enough for
bothers
safety,
me is
eat
that
enough coffee, it'll do the same thing.
In hindsight, the Andrew Clavin video is more viable for a response format, lol. Yeah, this is like a stream of consciousness bullshit. Andrew Clavin probably tries to at least set arguments out. But it's too late! It's too late! We can't go back now!
trying to be at this point sort of in trying to be an intellectual, an exercise in intellectualism. It's actually there are
skipping.
Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. Agree.
Pretty
And I've actually
straightforward.
become more center on that.
It's hard to watch even a little bit of crowd work off strong high school bully vibes. I know. No, he's like middle school bully, even worse. Where it's like he's you can just see his own insecurities like coming through him in the way he bullies. Meanwhile, high school bullies are like, yeah, man, I'm on the I'm on the sports team. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend. And means and then the middle school bullies are like, I'm also really insecure. My parents are going through a divorce. I don't know any better. Maybe I'm just a little. Maybe my experience is a little different.
Since I've woken up to you guys. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. Well, hold on a second. Did you say the fiduciary obligation or the only social responsibility?
It's social responsibility.
Leading question, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
By the
Yes, they are leading questions.
way, businesses aren't created to have social responsibilities. They're created to deliver goods or services, which you may know as rights.
But you have a social responsibility. Still, as a company, you may sell product. That's good. That's what we care for. That's what you're here for. But you kind of have a social responsibility to not fucking poison the town's water supply.
to some people,
Yeah.
like bottled, purified water.
It's the
Yes.
people that are running the corporations that have social responsibility.
The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. I mean, I guess I'll just say agree, because I think their financial responsibility is to run the business honestly and deliver a profit to its shareholders.
I can't. These people are such cocks. Really, profit to the shareholders? What? Why can't it be to just make a good product? Why can't it be to provide like a good company that works for the employees? Why can't it be anything of that? Why can't it just be we're gonna make money? Why do they always like care about shareholders this much?
The rich are too highly taxed. Strongly agree.
Fuck you. It's the lowest in the United States. It's the lowest. Taxes for the rich have been the lowest they've ever been in our history. In the last, like, 100 years. No, like 200 years, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily amongst them,
100
but when you
years.
look at, we've talked about this, when you take into account 47% of Americans don't pay any federal income tax, then you take
Yeah, because they're fucking too poor to do it.
a huge portion of Americans who pay very little, and you take into account the federal transfers, meaning what? Public schools, when you talk about public goods and services, when you talk about welfare, when you talk about EBT cards,
fuck are
they
you
actually
talking
pay
about?
a net
EBT cards.
negative over 50% tax. Go back, we did a whole segment on it, and I was really upset when I dug into the research.
I have a suspicion he didn't really dug into the research. He just got upset at black people getting food stamps.
Have you done the research?
Those, if you've done the research, Gerald, you're glib. Now stop taking all the segment because you'll make me upset.
I love setting you down the Tom
You
Cruise
have never
path.
seen me very upset. I
vibe not having a great script. All right.
those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Off. These are actual questions. All right, again, now this doesn't define if we're talking about national borders, if we're talking about domestic borders, because guess what? Even the people who are not 47% of Americans who are paying nothing in federal income tax are able to procure better health care than anybody in Indonesia. So what is it?
No, that's not true at all. If you can't afford it, you don't get like preventative care is the most important health care you can get. And guess what? If you can't afford it in the United States, you don't fucking get it. We don't have a higher. Okay, the people who do get it may have a higher quality of care than Indonesia. That's I don't even believe you. I don't even believe that. But how many people can't fucking get it? Like most people.
Is this international? Is it domestic? I'll just say.
With that look on his face, yeah.
And anybody in Indonesia. So what is it? Is this international? Is it domestic?
Yeah, fucking insecure bully vibes. Jeez.
Americans who are paying because now this doesn't define if we're talking about national.
The question was, those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Question wasn't about international domestic borders, wasn't about healthcare tourism. It was just, should they? If you have the ability to pay, should your care be better? It's a simple question. It's yes or no. It's a simple, but no. He's got to add all this. Wait, vaccinations aren't free in the United States? Nope, they're not. Addendum, slight asterisk on that. The COVID vaccinations are. Uncle Sam's paid for it. Some states do have free vaccinations. And yes, it does depend on the vaccine, but not everywhere, and a lot of time, no. Depends on what it is. Depends on where you live.
To procure better health care than anybody in Indonesia. So what is it? Is this international? Is it domestic? I'll just say.
It's a good question.
Agree.
After that, there was no strongly to either one of those.
I agree.
Yeah,
It's-
but
it's-
Debated to see strongly.
God, the problems with these questions are just innumerable. I mean, you're essentially going around just
There's
saying,
no
well,
problem with the question. It's just, what do you think? Do you agree or disagree with this statement?
Oh, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit higher. Can you pay a little bit better? Well, I don't know. I want the Band-Aid with the butterflies on it. Like, yeah, I'm willing to pay $7 to $50 more for that Band-Aid.
Right.
But is that it's higher? But is it below standard? Right?
Well,
Should people have substandard?
In the United States, without insurance, it costs a few $1,000s to get an MRI. What if you have brain cancer? Well, I can't pay to have an MRI done, so I guess I'm not going to recognize that I have brain cancer, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to be bad until it affects my life and metastasizes to the point where it affects what I do, and I might fucking die. I think, personally, that is reprehensible that we have a system that allows that to happen. So no, those who can afford it should not be able to get higher quality care. Why can't they answer it? Why are they just arguing with the question?
Standard care.
This next one is, are you stuck on Band-Aid brands? Because Band-Aids stick on me.
Oh, I brought it up because I thought you were talking about I thought it was real.
Strongly agree.
What?
Yeah.
Strongly agree. I was convinced by that young gentleman of color. Yeah. I'm stuck on Band-Aid brand because germs don't stick on me.
Brand.
By the way,
Yeah,
it
brand.
also doesn't kill.
Okay, shut up.
Slaves,
Shut up.
okay?
Wow.
I don't
You
know what
don't
you're
even
talking
know
about.
them.
Steven's making that up.
Government should penalize businesses.
My lawyer wants to move on.
He does, yes. He's
Mislead.
like, okay.
Government should
Public.
penalize businesses that mislead the public. Agree. Strongly agree. That's a perfect example of government. A business has the right to provide a good service, even if it offends certain people who don't like that service.
Well, especially.
But they don't have the right to lie to the public about it.
Right.
That's the role of the government. Like I've said, a hockey referee, not soccer because it's gay. The reason a hockey referee matters is because a hockey referee, and you know this being from St. Louis.
Hold on. That's criminal? Yeah. Somebody needs to invade. Does somebody need to invade the USA to liberate it? Ha ha! It's never happening. It blew. Why do you think we fund the military more than anything else? So they can keep us all here as slaves. It blew my mind when I found out Americans have to pay for ambulance rides. You guys need to sort it out. It's never gonna get sorted out. Because then we get people like Steven Crowder coming here to say, no, actually, you need to keep this system the way it is because it's better than everybody else. Even though, objectively speaking, you know you're getting fucked over every day. You know your life sucks. Everyone has a story of either themselves or people in their family or people they know, like fucking dying, not going to the doctor, not being able to afford treatment. But no, it's the best healthcare system in the world. And then people listen to Steven Crowder and people believe him. They're like, yeah, that makes sense. Jesus Christ. Seriously, it's a human rights violation. Yup. I've heard there's that Twitter exchange that it's like, dear Americans, ambulance is not your taxi ride to the hospital. And someone responds, well then what is it? What's the point? What's the point of having an ambulance ride and take me to the hospital if it's not a taxi for a hospital? Now, obviously we have the ambulance has paramedics, EMTs to provide treatment for people at the scene, but like the point of the ambulance is to carry you to the hospital and to carry the equipment to you. But if it's driving you around, it is to take you to the hospital. Rather call an Uber to take me to the hospital? Yeah, that's happening. I think in the United States that happens more now than ambulance takes. Yeah, I think Uber rides to the hospitals happen more than ambulance rides to the hospitals now. It's not good. Might as well move to Japan or something. Nope, we can't fucking move. Nobody wants us.
If it doesn't affect the flow of the game, if it's incidental, the ref keeps his whistle in his pocket.
Let it go. Yeah.
Someone wants to flop? Go ahead and flop over there with the other guys with man.
Yeah, hold on, one more thing. These guys laugh over nothing more than a Big Bang Theory audience. Yeah. It's because Steven Crowder wanted to be a comedian. He wanted to be an actor in Hollywood. Didn't work out. He failed out of that. Didn't go anywhere. So now he realized, hey, if I take big conservative oil money, I could pay people to sit in the room with me and laugh at what I say.
Buns. We don't care. We're following the puck. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Agree?
I don't.
Ooh,
I don't.
right.
Anarchist over here.
Typically, monopolies work themselves out.
Right.
How many
What?
victims in the path of that monopoly?
I don't agree.
How many victims in the path of governments that overregulate?
None. They're totally fine.
Oh, boy.
Go China.
That wasn't the question, dipshit.
The only monopoly you end up with is the state as the monopoly, and
We
then
got
you're all screwed.
buns of anarchy over
Yeah,
here.
I know,
That's because it's a play on words of the show, and he has a very nice posterior.
Oh, it's so nice.
Buns of anarchy.
Is it because I wore the tighter pants today?
Doesn't Gerald look like a square
He doesn't know
jawed
what
version of
anarchist
the
means.
Trivago guy?
Yeah.
He's not even
Not
getting to the
threatened. I was going through my
question.
mental Rolodex going, Priceline, that's William Shatner.
Okay.
The Bananas and Pajamas a bad guy?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't
people are like, what
care.
about Blaze B? Someone's going to know what I'm talking about.
And he doesn't explain it any further than that. Monopolies sort themselves out. That's like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Name one example of Monopoly sorting itself out.
Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. Strongly agree.
Yes.
All of
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
sorry, people are like, what about rape and incest? The question didn't include it.
No.
So don't be pedantic.
Why are you... What? But you're being pedantic with everything else. The question didn't include it. The question... All the other questions didn't include this shit, but you started talking about them anyway. We'll just say, no, he's wrong. Abortion should be legal. This is stupid.
What about rape and incest? The question didn't include it.
No.
So don't be pedantic. All authority should be questioned. Strongly agree.
Yeah.
An eye for an eye and a
That's it?
tooth for
Okay,
a tooth.
easy.
There isn't even context to that one, but I'll say agree.
Now the context is the Code of Hammurabi.
I mean, you can't have people just going around stealing eyes and teeth.
Or teeth. Yeah, you got to be able to take it back.
Damn
No.
tooth fairy.
Yeah.
No, when she talk about monopoly.
I still strongly.
No
I
competitors
disagree.
since ever,
Yeah. Well, eye for
and
an
she
eye.
has no concept of inflation.
Yeah. Well, eye for an eye and tooth for tooth is a quote from the Bible.
Right.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
That's
someone
why I
knows
didn't
it.
agree,
but-
because I didn't want to disagree with my lord.
You should definitely just.
I don't think it was. Well, I think it was mentioned in the Bible, but I don't think that it's not from. It's not from the Bible. It's something that's from, Code of Hammurabi's quote of. Had like a big tablet of like all the rules and laws that they laid out, and that was one of them, and it was mentioned in the Bible because it's historically important.
Disagree.
Lest
We're going
you be
biblical.
struck down.
Don't tell me what to agree and
No,
disagree
I said
with,
if
Mr.
you're going
Trivago.
if you're going biblical.
Oh, okay.
Because he brought that in.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. I haven't laughed once at anything they've said. No, it's not one of the commandments. No,
You've heard it said, and I
Taxpayers
no, it's something else.
should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot. Of course, strongly agree. I don't even need to finish this question.
Theaters.
Why do I care?
Theaters.
I want that's one of the rare instances where I want the government to shut them down. Is local community theater.
please.
Did you see our Into the Woods? No, I don't want to watch cardboard cutouts and people who can't sing a note. That's why I didn't go.
I mean, I like museums, so I kind of was like, all right, I see a public good for museums. Fine.
We need subpar productions of Oklahoma.
English, man.
Runner, Oklahoma.
I'm sorry. what?
Yeah,
Why not?
I got the horse right here. I am Paul Revere.
I'm telling you, I would watch that.
And there's a guy that says the horse can do. Can do.
Yeah, fascists hate arts. You're right. Say no to local theater. Hey, fuck you. I went to college for theater, okay? What was I gonna say here? There was a time when like the CIA was funding American, or not just American, but like art in non-communist countries because the Soviet Union had this thing called Soviet realism. Like things had to be like a depiction of like, you know, the realities of life and whatnot, and you had to portray things like as positive to the state, and oh, it was awful. And so the CIA was like, yeah, we're gonna fund abstract art in opposition to this. That should be like, I can make a whole video on that. That's kind of neat that we did that. But okay.
I don't know how that was a Mel Gibson voicemail.
Yeah.
But I will give this production one more chance.
One more time.
And you will
Starring.
So annoying. It's not even funny.
Blow me away.
He deserves it.
Community leader starring Mel Gibson because he has to work his way back up. He's just sitting there doing.
Yet we hate abstract now. We don't. We don't hate abstract, and the United States in general doesn't hate abstract necessarily. Conservatives hate it. There's something I've noticed. It seems like a lot of. I've never really gotten to like confront anybody on this, but like, there's a lot of conservatives who are like, no. Abstract art is stupid. It's bad. It doesn't make sense. Art should be this. Art should be a representation of reality. And it's like, what you're saying is literally, quite literally, Stalinist. That's what the Soviet Union required people to do. That's what Stalin required people to do. They wouldn't allow art if that was something else. And you say you hate the Soviet Union, and yet here you are doing the same thing. Okay. WAP is abstract art. Changed my mind. Actually, we can make an argument that it is. We're not going to do that today.
Doing West Side Story. He's like, play it cool!
He's doing the most riveting career of his time.
I'll call back in 5.
Amazing.
Steven Kreider always looks gay, though. Like someone said it earlier. I just see it's just huge vibes setting it off in my back of my head.
Me, I'm on Sprint. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. Okay, this is also difficult because.
Okay, hold on. One more thing before we respond to that. Someone says it's just. WAP is a shitty song. It got more attention than it deserves. Is okay. As far as like that kind of, as far as that genre of music and Cardi B goes, it's like, I think it's middle of the road. It did get, but the subject matter in the music video were what blew it up. The music video was pretty good. I will say that. I will admit that. There was a lot of work that went into the music video. I don't mean to sound like perverted or anything. I'm just saying like that there was, like, objectively speaking, there's very obviously a few dozen people worked on this and put a lot of man hours into it. There's a lot of work that went on in the music video. That's what helped. Okay, there we go. Need a full rant about abstract art, capitalism, Soviet Union. Well, you got some of it. We'll focus on other.
Schools should not
Music video low-key trippy as fuck. Yeah, I know. It was a good video. Okay.
make classroom attendance compulsory. Okay, this is also difficult because I come from Canada where homeschooling was so difficult that we only knew one kid my entire life who was homeschooled. His name was Simon, and we were pretty sure he was retarded or a sociopath. Turns out both.
Yeah.
Because he killed a guy and didn't know why.
Oh, wow.
He just looked at him like Michael Myers. They were like, you killed him. He's like, that's not a response.
That's not
Snapped his neck.
Simon's going to be pissed.
Not that Simon.
Shouldn't use actual names.
I'm uncomfortable.
Schools Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. All right, agree.
We should
Agree.
definitely be
We don't need
drinking.
any more
agree.
truancy beat cops running around.
Yeah.
Go swing your baton at the private schools. What is that? Is that a baton? What is it? Billy Club. Billy Club.
Neither
Yes,
one.
well, and the
Don't forget the whistle. It's
Now,
very
see
important.
here, you shouldn't be out there by the shopping mall. Something tells me you have a calculus class to be attending.
Huh.
What are you going to do? Not much. I'll just complain here. Keep swinging that.
Wow.
Putting that paddy wagon.
What?
When I do voices, I don't sound like this, do I? I don't come across like this, do I?
Paddy wagon.
In a paddy wagon.
The
Paddy wagon.
Wagon.
Swedish chef mashup.
Spaghetti burger, good bacon. Is better for all. How dare you? How all people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. I know that's attempting to be
Leading
racist,
as
so
hell.
I'll just say
What is that? Come on.
disagree.
Disagree.
Good parents.
Hey, we got an actual answer for that. Ben Shapiro spent a lot of time like obsessing over it. I think Ben Shapiro did. No, you're actually funny. Well, sometimes I am.
Sometimes have to spank their children. Strongly agree. Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, he would be in favor of that.
Pro spank,
Yeah.
and not like the story that
Lovingly
President Bilderson
spank.
was telling us before air.
I think there are more effective ways a lot of times, but I am. pro
Everyone else
spanking.
got quiet because you think he can fire you?
No, I spoke up. You just chose not to listen.
I made a
Wow, he's making a joke about being able to fire everybody.
funny
Sorry,
face.
what did you say?
I said I'm pro spanking. I just think there are better ways most of the time.
Not
all the time.
Not with me.
Well, that's true.
Okay, that's weird and Freudian of him. Yes, that literally that does hurt the child mentally. There is research on this that's not how negative reinforcement is often a very, very bad way of teaching kids to do things. Because kids don't fully understand the context behind the negative reinforcement. They just understand this person is hurting me, and in the future, I cannot trust this person not to hurt me. It's simplified a little, but that is the base of how it goes.
Not with
It
little,
does depend on
not
the
with little
child.
3,
Yeah,
4,
sometimes
5
you
year
have
olds.
problem
I was
children.
unpunishable if not violence.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think you would have listened if the bamboo splinters had come out?
Did you get hit with bamboo?
No, stabbed with keys once.
Well, that's not nice because
how did she
at least
stab
with
you
bamboo it's renewable.
How do you not stab someone with keys, Gerald?
Yeah. Have
Please
you ever
explain
used
to me.
Piano.
It's like
How do you
stab
take them
keys.
off of the piano and stab you with? Are you talking car keys?
It's like
or
he's
piano?
never
keys.
used keys.
Well, you said it for piano, and I'm like, piano
Gerald
keys. This
lives a
doesn't make any
privileged
sense.
life.
You know, if you were a band, you would be the Black Hole Keys.
I see what you did.
Wow.
It's natural for
Nobody even laughed. It was funny because nobody laughed. The not laughing was what was funny. That's
children to keep some secrets from their parents. Strongly agree. I mean, I don't really know. It's natural
I
for
mean,
some kids to keep secrets. I don't know.
hey.
It's a lie all the time.
Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense.
Agreed.
First,
Agreed.
is that parent secret thing a political question?
I don't know.
I said on
Is this? Yeah. Are these
It's a question to test to gauge how authoritarian you are.
political questions, or is this trolling for underage boys?
It sounds like someone had
How
like
do you
a
feel about
Would you like to
socialism?
see- yeah.
How do you feel about the nationalization of banks? Also, shh, can you keep secrets?
Right? Yeah.
None of these questions were about
I feel like
that.
someone's making this from home. They're working from home, and they're like, "See, look, Johnny, it's on the test. It says you should not."
They're doing the main political compass test, the usual Foursquare one.
Keep secrets from
The
your
government
parents.
says.
I already selected share cookies.
Dang it.
Wow.
Oh,
The prime function of
they censored that, so maybe I should be doing that for my video so I can get full ads.
schooling should
This is going to be like an hour-long thing anyway.
be to equip the future generation to find jobs. Agree. People with serious inheritable
It doesn't say anything else about it. Okay.
disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce.
Whoa.
Strongly disagree. You guys agree? Anyone here agree?
No. I agree with
There'd
what
be a
you
few
said.
people here who wouldn't be on the reproduction
Yeah.
list if it was being created by someone in Washington, D.C. Oh, I don't even want your answer because you guys started it. Not started it. You're just the only ones who still
it's
carry the
just
torch.
family-
I'm not saying
planning.
it's my position.
Is that racist? I think that is racism. Holy shit.
But the fine government of China would strongly agree.
Right.
Yeah.
I like our early army's position. I'm going to cut off your balls so that you cannot infect the rest of the world.
That's disgusting.
It was good. It was a good position.
It was a good position.
No more ball talk.
That
Gerald. We
film was
talked about
saved.
this.
That film
The
was
first
saved
half hour
by
about
Ernie.
him.
That's the
it.
only part
That's it.
worthwhile.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
You stop it after he's
Clockwork
done.
Orange. Like, how many hobos do you need to watch get beat up?
Yeah. So many.
Brilliant.
We get it.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Saw Space Odyssey. Great 20-minute intro that's nonsensical. You wasted my time.
Yeah, okay. There it is. Doesn't like the abstract art.
The most
Again,
important
time
thing
wasting
for
sons of-
children to learn is to accept discipline. You lack discipline. I guess.
Stop it.
I guess agree. I mean, I think the most important thing they need to
You know
learn
what
is how
Jocko
to
would say?
interact with the world.
Yeah,
And that
I
requires
disagreed
discipline.
because I thought there was something else more
And
important.
don't
but
miss the ball. Guys, you clearly
There are
don't
low
have
bars.
kids yet. I'm going to tell you right now, keep it in your f***ing diaper is rule number one.
Dude,
okay?
happens all the time.
Don't even bleep that.
This is going to be
Parents to be need to know.
No,
the facts.
we absolutely
That's
bleep
true.
that. Thank God for the delay as we go
Yes.
live now.
Yeah.
No,
Wait, let me hear that again.
Yet. I'm going to tell you right now, keep it in your guys.
I
Quiet
disagreed
discipline.
because I thought there was something else more
And
important.
don't
but-
miss the ball. Guys, you clearly
There are
don't have
Don't
rules to
miss the
know.
ball. Okay. I thought he was talking about. We said keep it in your diaper. I thought he was talking about kids having sex. I was like, that's really weird. No, it's not what he said.
this is going to be the equivalent to, you know how when we were kids and we like would pop in the VHS from like our 3rd birthday?
Yeah.
Your kid's gonna pop this
Yeah.
and sense the underlying rage.
that time
that's
my
where I
kid
get it.
shit up his entire back, I have no idea how it got up there.
It's the Mel Gibson of fathers. Keep the shit in the bowl!
One more chance.
And you are out of chances. First I put the Cheerios in there, and you missed those!
So angry.
This is not funny or amusing in any way. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How do you even aim for
My
that?
parents put Cheerios in for when I peed in that's a trick. To pee
Wait,
the
what?
Cheerios.
Right, when you
yeah,
pee.
you put Cheerios in the bowl so you
Little
aim
loops
the
to
Cheerios.
aim for,
But
okay.
the problem is then the Cheerios go, like they go too close to the edge and
And
you're
then
not
you're-
peeing for the center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I didn't.
You're peeing on the walls.
And plus, I'm not gonna lie, there might have been a spite pee or two mixed in there. I was like, oh yeah, where's the Cheerio?
No, you're not missing anything. This is it. This is it.
Oh, no
Back in the
Cheerios?
pantry? Oh, these. Got it. Got it. Good call,
What is
Dad.
this supposed to represent? What?
I mean, this was actually, I was fishing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do you?
Also,
were
the
just
interesting
well
thing
endowed
is
as a
when I go
child.
fishing, I do it with my
Okay.
Thank you
All right,
for
Kevin
explaining.
Spacey.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
The Prince Albert comes in handy. I just put a little bobber on it. And pull up. Oh, no. I feel good about myself. Cuomo nipple ring.
Wait.
Ow.
That is, I don't feel good about myself.
Graphic.
I don't feel good about myself. In this video, that's like the 3rd comment he's made like that. That's interesting.
I want better for this
Sorry
show.
for asking. Yeah.
The next installment will be a Mask Monday. There are no savage and
Right.
civilized people. There are only different cultures. Strongly disagree because cannibalism.
Yeah, that's true. They
That
do
was
eat
a thing.
people.
Oh boy.
Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should
Yeesh. All right.
not expect society support. Strongly
Yeah,
agree.
baby.
Yeah.
Strongly.
Strongly agree.
That's biblical.
That's pretty fucked.
When you are troubled,
That's it? That's all he says?
society support.
Yeah,
agree.
baby.
Yeah.
Strongly.
Strongly agree.
That's biblical.
Okay, that's it. That's kind of weird. You better get to work, bucko! You better start digging graves! Get to work at the coal mines!
When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things.
Kind of agree.
I mean, I think you need to deal with it and then move on. And I think, again, societally right now, we live in a society where people really encourage wallowing.
Yeah.
Like talking about your feelings to
Yeah.
be productive, to analyze them and move on, but we've forgotten about the analysis
The
and moving
moving on
on.
part.
And now we have an entire industry that relates to talking about feelings.
Yeah.
Okay, I was with him until that last part. About the entire industry talking about feeling. That's called therapy, Doug. That's part of it.
By the way, I don't feel good right now.
Here's a pill.
Yeah, that'll fix it.
Yeah, pretty much.
What pill?
Here's another pill for the
what
side.
No, you don't get pills just because you don't feel good right now. It's got to be a long-term thing.
pill
effects,
can I
though.
take for?
Okay. I guess I gotta address this on my own, so y'all know. Hey, you gotta take care of yourself. All right. Sometimes that involves confronting the problem and dealing with it head on. You may not like to hear that. You may not want to do it, but guess what? If you want to, you need to take care of yourself, and if you want to get better, sometimes that's the only way forward. It's the best way forward often. Sometimes it's the only way forward. Okay. You don't wallow in it and think about it and swallow your pain down with alcohol. No, you confront the problem and fix it. Okay.
Regretting a joke that I wish we weren't.
And sometimes confronting the problem means, you're taking your pills, okay? Yeah, there we go.
Taping live that relates to my being a fishing rod.
I believe it is dispensed by a Walther.
Is that Lexapro?
Okay, we are at least halfway through now. Yay!
Jelly bellies. Jelly bellies. Yum.
Ronald Reagan knew what he was doing. When you are in trouble, it's better to think about it and keep busy with more cheerful things. Generally agree.
Yeah.
First generation
So you were agreeing with it.
immigrants can never be fully integrated with.
That's stupid. That's wrong. No. Only halfway through? Are you asking like how is it the only way how is confronting it the only way through? Okay, let's say this. Okay, here's an easy answer. Okay, here's an easy answer then. Let's say there's a rabbit eating my garden. This is a problem. This needs to stop. How do I stop it? I get out there and with a broom and I scare it away. Easy. That's how you confront the problem.
within their new country. Disagree.
That's not true.
You know,
sorry,
Asian
what
immigrants
now?
can never be fully integrated within their new country. Busy with more cheerful things. Generally agree.
Yeah.
First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. Disagree.
That's not true.
You know why? Because I know some first generation immigrants, and this is one area where I disagree with, and identitarians get mad. Why don't you care about the preservation of your people? Because a lot of my people are assholes. So,
true.
if you mean by my people, white, but I know first generation
He's right about that.
immigrants who are far more American than kids who were raised here.
Yeah.
Because my problem is not with
So I guess his idea of what makes someone an American is a concept in his head and not they live here, therefore they are an American. There's an ideal in his head of what makes someone an American, meaning other people are not Americans, probably the second-class citizens. But we are examining a little too deeply, probably.
immigrants coming here and taking jobs. My problem is with entitled Americans taking four-year gender studies programs and then demanding that they have a job subsidized. No
I don't really know if that happens.
problem with the Indonesian. I don't know why I keep going to that. No problem with the Bangladeshian. What is it, Bangladeshi? Can we say Bangladeshi?
Bangladesh.
But Bangladeshi
Bangladeshi.
sounds like Paki.
It does.
Bangladeshian? I don't want to be racist.
No, there's
Stopped you before.
Pakistani and Bangladeshi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds wrong.
You just can't call him
Bangladeshi.
a bangy. You can't call him a bangy.
I can't call him a-
Bad bangy. No bangy.
No
No
bangers
bangers.
and mash.
No bangers. Yeah.
No.
Got it.
All right, Bangladeshi shopkeeper who pays his taxes and is grateful to be in America.
Right.
He is far more American than
I
people
agree.
banning
Right.
speakers on campus.
Can I say
Good people.
Yeah, okay. So we can extrapolate from that he wants to remove citizenship rights from his political opponents. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. You're gonna look at Steven Crowder's like depressed-looking face here. My god, he does not look happy with himself. They act like the boys I went to middle school with. I know. I made a video like over a year ago when he did his Carlos Maza stuff. And it was called Steven Crowder, Middle School Bully. I don't know, I just did an impression of him. It was not. Alright.
People are good people.
One really quick point.
Yeah.
Regardless of your race, your background, what level of immigrant you are, because everyone immigrated here at some point.
me.
It's about gratefulness and not necessarily cooperation, but just like getting along with people.
Right.
And you could be someone who's a 10th generation
Fuck that, I'm an American. I'm gonna fight you.
American and be not grateful
Yeah.
and not excited to be around other people and
Yeah.
moving forward as a country
Right.
or as a community or as a culture.
Sure.
And you could be here 5 minutes and be that person.
Right.
So
Who's more American, Yakov Smirnov or Alyssa Milano? I rest my case, Your Honor.
I don't recognize either of those names. I guess Smirnoff is the vodka.
What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us. I guess I disagree, but I don't like the question. And I don't like who created this.
Yeah. Strong.
Why are you getting mad at that's a fucking question?
No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. Strongly agree. Oscar the Grouch should be shimmying that trash can up to food stamps so fast it would make his can spin.
God, look at his face when he says that.
That trash can up to food stamps so fast it would make his can spin.
So it's like he's trying to make a joke or what he thinks is a joke, and then he's just like staring angrily. I think Chappa Trap House described it as conservatives they can't do comedy because they get too caught up in how angry they are to make it funny. I guess this is like a good example of it.
Wow.
Jeez.
Our civil liberties,
Not an
page
Oscar
4
fan, huh?
of 6. God, we're 37 minutes in. I'm so
Yikes.
sorry, folks.
No,
Again,
it'll
hit the notification. I have to do this. Hit the notification bell. If you haven't yet hit all
do it for
notifications,
me.
because
Don't do it for
subscriptions
him.
a whole lot.
Do it for me.
Of course, the audio podcast is available on Apple
Subscribe to me.
Podcasts, whatever.
Yeah,
it
if
is.
you're 6
You
feet away walking
heard
on
him.
a trail.
You heard
Yes.
him. Yeah,
Listen to the
subscribe.
podcast.
And of
Hit the
course,
bell.
use the
For me,
promo code
for me,
quarantine.
not
We have
him.
a free. We have
Yes.
shows there every day. We're doing it free. All the
Shut up.
of course on Thursday.
And then Good Morning Mug Club all the month of April on
That's
Monday,
true.
Wednesday.
That was strangely nice.
It was nice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything else?
No, that's all I have.
Okay.
You wasted your one nice thing for
I
the
know.
year.
Should speak more during Mass Monday. These are the Bible verses that I think. My people
They
said they would
said
like to
that.
see a Mass Monday show from you. Natured, right? But Gerald is abstract
Yeah.
voice. You're
Much better.
laughing,
That's
but
awesome.
that's true. Recent timeline.
There's still an imprint.
See
I
if you-
can't.
I was
Okay,
trying
get
to
on
be
with it.
ours.
Wasn't working.
We know.
Trying. Keyword.
Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name
There
of
we
counter-
go. Oh, there's an ad. How we doing, everybody? If you answer strongly disagree, it puts you as centrist libertarian. Really?
terrorism. I agree. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. I agree.
Yeah.
TSA, that kind of thing.
A significant
Magic
advantage
lantern.
of a
Right.
one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic. But completely disagree.
Yeah.
So technically, it's
So bad.
actually true. It's just like why people say
Right.
the problem with dictatorships isn't the control; it's that people do bad things.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that we want a one-party state.
Right.
Yeah.
Even one-party states have people arguing, though. That's part of it. It doesn't necessarily mean things are even in one-party states. There's still like arguments between the one party. It's not necessarily faster.
Like,
it avoids
yes,
all the arguments, like none of the whistleblowers in
Right.
China are there. They don't argue.
Right. It's super easy. You don't have to like worry about counting.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
What
helpful.
problem? Whistleblower?
No problem.
Not a P.
But it still doesn't mean it's good. It's obviously not good. I mean, except China.
Kill whistleblower.
And the Mao said that it was good. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance
Not funny.
easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Strongly disagree.
Strongly.
Yeah,
Yes. As strong as possible.
The death
Wow.
penalty should be an option
Didn't say anything else. Okay. Easy.
for the most serious crimes. Agree. I don't
Hank-
really have a strong
Yeah.
opinion on it, but I
I'm
lean
strong.
toward agree.
I'm strong.
Whatever's the cheapest way to dispose of the trash.
Kill him twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uncomfortable.
Just kidding.
Wow. Wow.
I do agree, though.
That's not an episode of West Wing.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. He wish this look at this guy's face. He's like, "Ugh, I wish I could kill me some SJ Dubs.
I want to see. I feel like there had to be a death penalty episode, right?
There was.
Yeah.
And they ended up struggling with it.
Right. Or what's his name?
yeah.
What's the guy's name? Whitley, the guy who played Josh.
Yeah.
Where he went,
Bradley Whitford.
But Donna,
get it.
it's wrong to kill people, and his forehead keeps growing.
So they brought up an issue and they
favorite
struggled with it. That sounds like an
Obnoxious.
interesting
It
is.
episode of West Wing.
Crazy.
Well, no, he struggled because of his Catholic faith. They're not supposed to believe in the death penalty, apparently.
I didn't even remember the episode, but that's
IMDb.
so.
I do. I
that's-
remember all of it, in fact.
That's so.
I don't even
s-
remember the
trivia
show at all.
It's so sad that he knows that.
It's taking up valuable space that
It
could
is
be used for something else.
civilized.
Okay, if you don't like murder, then you should not agree with state-sanctioned murder. even if it is justified, even if you think this person might deserve to die, it's still murder.
Instead, West Wing.
Actually, I love West Wing.
All of them.
And,
I know the
and you know what? It
entire
was one of
series.
those things where I started watching it late, like
Yeah.
last year. And after 4 episodes, my wife and I were watching, we're like, shoot, Gerald was right about something.
He actually likes West Wing? What the fuck?
And it was television related.
I hate West Wing. That's me.
Television related. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. In a civilized society, I mean, I guess I agree in the sense that you need some sense
Structure.
of authority and structure.
Leaders.
Doesn't mean that someone has dominion over you outside of the legitimate purview of government,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, caring about hierarchy too much. Strong tendency of fascists, by the way. That's part of. I believe that's one of Umberto Eco's points,
guess
See,
I have to say
disagree
agree.
and agree on that, like because there's caveats.
If you disagreed at all,
which is another reason why, in hindsight, looking at Jordan Peterson's stuff is like, what the fuck is going on here? Weird, really, really weird obsession with defending hierarchy.
if you disagree with that statement, the way it's framed, you would have to be an anarchist because disagree would mean that you don't believe anyone should have authority over anyone
Hey, he's right about. He's actually using the term anarchist correctly.
at any point.
Right.
Right.
I don't necessarily know
Maybe,
that
yeah.
people. I think there should always be someone above you, but I mean, even the president has people above them. They have international sort of accountability. Let's be honest, we don't really care about those.
Can they really do anything?
But
should get new
always,
ones.
but I don't think someone always needs someone below them to be commanded.
Right.
Right.
That's how I read the question. Maybe I read
Oh my god. So he's saying he likes it. Someone needs to be above, but someone else needs to be on the bottom, pretty much.
it negatively. So
So I don't. I mean, I don't know.
It's not a good
It's a
question.
terrible question.
Thank you, audio.
Well, that's a pretty obvious question when you actually understand politics.
Strongly
bad
disagree.
audio.
I put strongly disagree because I read it in a different way. I mean,
Right.
well, don't change your answer. Keep it the way you
I
went.
know that's what I'm saying.
Intention-
Well, then I guess you've convinced me. I
Vague.
would say disagree, but we already entered it. Can I put in disagree? I'll put in
Put in
disagree.
put in
I agree with the first
disagree.
part that there needs to be rule of law,
Yes.
but that doesn't mean that every person should have someone who's subservient.
That's not what the question's about.
Right. The people
an
below to be
illustration.
commanded.
See,
I was like,
I
I'm
read
not
it.
Well, that's how sex works. No, actually. What if you're standing up? Okay, unless you're all standing. Ha ha! Very well. You got it. You got it.
It is
Man.
though. You have
Of course, that usually means you gotta be like similar height, or you get creative. I'm sorry, this chat is always so horny. Oh my god.
to like always be obeyed. That you have to always obey, and then people below always have to be commanded, which I strongly disagree with because otherwise, how do you have dissent and all that?
That's a very insightful observation because I read it as a sequel title to "As Above, So
Let me hear that
People
again.
always have to be commanded to like always be obeyed. That you have to always obey, and then people below always have to be commanded, which I strongly disagree with because otherwise, how do you have dissent and all that?
That's a very insightful observation because I read it as a sequel title to
Wasn't there a show on HeadSimp a few days ago in here? No. That guy, that was Hal Malcolm. He's every time something slightly sexual comes up in any video, he's always like He's always posting stuff like that. He's always trying to get a laugh out of me. That's why he's not. I don't think he's really a shoe on HeadSimp. He's just always doing that. They developed swings for this so you could set up on your door. Really? I'm not gonna look that up right now.
"As Above, So Below," and that shit sucked.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's odd. They would
don't
include it
need
in this
Wow.
questionnaire.
Really?
Oh,
It wasn't.
Anton
Boring.
LaVey, actually.
Oh, wow.
YouTube videos.
this BuzzFeed
With the forward
survey
by Joe
sucks.
Swanberg.
We watched YouTube videos.
Found footage questions. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. Disagree. I think most abstract
I'm amazed.
art
What does
sucks,
this have to do with political?
but I don't agree. There can be abstract art that is of value.
He's asking, what's this have to do with political? Clearly, hold on.
Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. Disagree. I think most abstract art.
This guy has zero knowledge of politics. He's actually asking that.
What does this
sucks,
have to do with political?
but I
So fucking stupid. Holy shit.
don't agree. There can be abstract art that is of value. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Agree. I disagree with people who say I think that there needs to be punishment.
Punish
Well,
first,
that's the
then
thing.
Justice
you-
is punishment.
No, I agree.
Justice is not rehabilitation. This question is about in criminal.
The question isn't about justice. The question is about punishment versus rehabilitation.
Justice.
Right.
Justice is
Yeah.
punishment fitting
Right.
the crime. I think it's great if after justice we can rehabilitate people.
Right.
But when you have places like
The question is what should the end goal be? You're not answering it.
is IKEA Sweden, right? Go look actually a story. Alexander Gustafsson, who fought in the UFC, he committed like a violent crime. I think I don't know exactly what he did, but it was violent. He admitted that it was violent. And he reformed. He
Natsuki, this is your fault.
became a better guy. But he was like a hood, right? He was
This
street
is
type.
what you fucking asked for.
I know.
Yeah, that's weird.
You
He
know,
was.
going through the Ribon?
But you can see this kind of cell he was in the prison. It was like an IKEA display.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
they're like
so. I
five-star
think there's a little
hotels.
bit of balance here. So I
He hates it. He shook his head at that.
It was like an IKEA display.
well, I
Yeah,
think
they're like
so. I
five-star
think there's a little
hotels.
bit of balance.
Like, no, this is a good thing. That prisons aren't fucking horrible shitholes sometimes. No, the point of a prison. Okay, it depends on the crime, of course, but the point of a prison isn't to throw people in and say, "Oh, look, this is horrible. Just wallow away here and die miserably." The point of a prison oftentimes is supposed to be this person committed a crime. This person, well, it depends on the crime, I guess. Usually, like for murder, it's like this person should probably be away from the rest of society for a little while. All right, whatever. Let's go.
Balance here. So I completely agree that justice has to be served, but I think we would be better off as a society if we spent a lot more on rehabilitation than we did on just punishing.
What should be
he's right.
more important in the realm of criminal justice? Punishment or rehabilitation? What is more important when we're talking
I'm
about
just
justice?
assuming that
It depends on the crime. I mean, ideally we do rehabilitation regardless, but sometimes that may not be possible. I don't want to punish people. I just want, time out for murderers. Yeah, exactly. Like if someone's going to be a threat to society in some way, maybe they should be kept away from society. It's like if someone's going to be a threat, to their ex-wife, maybe there should be a restraining order. Like that.
you're going to have justice in there already. Maybe that's why I'm reading
No,
the
but
question
you
that
can't
way.
assume.
So-
Don't assume.
But it said which is more important. It doesn't say get rid of one or the other.
It says in
which is
criminal
more important.
justice, not in what is better for society. In criminal justice.
I would say what's more important is rehabilitation.
That's you saying it. That's not the paper.
they add the
No, that's him giving an answer.
paper asked the question.
None of us have papers. Why are we arguing?
I like
Banana solitaire, that's bad. Yes. You're correct.
I like how Gerald changes the question and then he's like, "But this is my answer, man."
Yeah.
I have an answer.
I bet
so
you'd love to meet
formulate-
him on the opposite side of a courtroom.
Yeah, Your
Oh, I
Honor.
see where this is going.
The question really is this.
And let's grab the KY.
Wow.
I'll
Metaphorically.
Day one in prison, huh?
You wouldn't do well in prison with those fleur-de-lis jeans.
No. It's like a homing
and the
beacon.
fine behind, you said.
You thought pedophiles fared poorly in federal prison? Like,
Ugh.
man, I cannot tolerate Is that guy wearing embroidered flower jeans?
Damn.
He ain't gonna walk right for a week.
Look, it's been like over a decade.
Oh my
Why did I do that voice?
god, he's making gay and rape jokes? What the fuck? Hey, how Malcolm's here? Hey, welcome to the party. Stephen Crowder is self-harm okay to show on YouTube? This is the fault of Natsuki. Natsuki requested this. And I thought it would be fun to do a crazy long video. And it's Stephen Crowder. And oh my god, this is awful. Also, everyone watching, I'm gonna have something on April 1st. Stephen Crowder will make an appearance. Be ready for it.
Statistics. Doesn't mean it's right.
Right.
It's terrible.
Would someone get that joke if I said in federal prison, "Oh, is he wearing jeans with flour on it?"
No, Asians don't go to jail.
Yeah.
Stephen Crowder would not do well in prison. I'm not saying that bad things would happen to him or anything. I'm saying he'd probably cry like the first day is just crying, and then like for the first month he's just crying, and he never stops. He hates it.
Only in China.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you should feel bad for judging me.
I do.
No.
It's a waste of time to try and rehabilitate some criminals. See, this is more relevant to your. Actually, you know what? Though I agree. Some criminals.
Some
can be
criminals,
rehabilitated.
yeah, absolutely.
Some, yeah.
There
Yeah.
are some criminals. Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with that
Pain.
too.
The business person and the manufacturer
Yeah.
are more important than the right.
You should always try, though. That's what I say.
Writer and the artist. But a writer and an artist is a business person in many cases.
Right, yeah. Right.
They're almost
They gotta sell the
always.
service.
I strongly agree.
Right.
I guess that I agree in the sense, but I believe that if you, this is one thing that this is the problem with postmodernism, and this is how you know that this is created by a
Oh
postmodernist.
my
because They
God.
don't understand that for art to have any merit, it has to provide value to someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope, doesn't have to. Well, I mean, even if you do. Actually, wait, no. I agree with this in a way. Because guess what? It provides value to the artist. To the artist who made it. Oh.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's what always bothers me about people saying like, I just want to do this for me. Really, Pollock? Well, guess what? You lucked out because
Yeah.
for some reason people are paying for these things.
Yeah, exactly.
But the point is, if you only do art for yourself, it's of no value.
Right.
Art is meant to benefit.
No, that's kind of the point of art. It's not supposed to be...
The world and society.
And I think-
disagree. I think that you can do art for yourself.
You can, but
Yeah.
not
Not in
if
this
that is your
question. Right.
vocation.
But if someone is their vocation, that they're an artist, and they're like, hey, I want to do it. And a lot of folks who do the art are not, they're not focused on, or maybe they're, the only time they really focus
And you've already, like, lost the question. We're so far away.
on the money is if they're like trying to get their, supplies or like to live or whatever it may be.
But like Green Day selling out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, terrible, right? And so, I actually strongly disagree because I agreed with you. The first thing you said, which is the business person is the artist. The artist is the business person.
Well-
but that's just again. Notice how terribly written these questions
They
are.
are
We're
right.
agreeing
They are
and
bad.
coming up with different answers.
Well, but here's the thing too. So
You should
they're-
go with your answer.
They're putting the business person
I
and
mean-
manufacturer as different than
Yeah.
the writer and artist, and so I go, okay, well, they're obviously saying there's a difference between these two.
It's obviously the question of, like, as a society, which one is better.
They
Or
don't
more,
know-
more important.
Overlap,
Right.
even though sometimes they do, but the categories that don't, I would rather have more business people and manufacturers than writers and artists.
Yeah.
The question
Yeah, well, fuck you, man.
And most
believes that
artists
they're
are
separate.
assholes, but then you gave that answer and you like
Yeah, most business people are assholes. They'll fire you and lay off half the company just because they're going to make a little bit more on their quarter. In the business quarter, more on their own paycheck.
Firmers 4, so
14.
disagree.
14.
No, I agree. I can't
Agreed.
just
Transformer
spite,
into
I
the
can't spite
Transformerverse.
disagree because Gerald has horrible taste in films. Hey, not a word, Constantine. Mothers may have.
nothing
Was that
wrong
one
with
justice?
Lord
I
of
appreciate
War?
that.
Yeah,
Lord
man.
of War.
Warlord.
Was it Warlord. No, wait, no.
It's Lord of War.
Lord
It's
of
back,
War. Lord of
yeah.
War is a Nicolas Cage one.
Lord
Yeah,
of War,
yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
Lord of War.
Dog War. What was the one with the Jonah Hill?
War Dogs.
War Dogs.
War
That was
Dogs.
actually not bad.
I haven't seen that.
It
I try not
sucked.
to watch good movies.
We can read the rest of it as Nicolas Cage. Mothers
Oh,
may
that's so
have
painful.
careers, but their first duty is to be
You say I compose music. This is dumb. It's all dumb. All of it.
homemakers.
I was not looking at you when you
Sorry,
did that.
say that again.
The home may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers.
I was not looking at you when you did that, and it. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Like
That
I
wasn't- yeah.
encourage you if you're watching this at home to just.
Strongly
Go back.
disagreeing won't bring back your
No.
f***ing honey.
I think he's trying to
Last
do
Monday.
Nick Cage. It sucks.
Repentance is
This
near.
is why I didn't
Oh,
want to
man.
do mass because I'm a very flawed, weak person.
That's the perfect person to be doing Mass Monday.
Like Jesus, don't compare me.
Oh, wow.
He's unflawed and perfect. Trick question. I want to see who would correct me.
He is not a guru.
None
though.
of you have read the Bible.
He's not a guru.
Million
I'm Methodist,
subscribers.
I don't read the Bible.
5 million
Wow.
subscribers.
Hey, I'm gonna
a
get
million
a hate
views.
from the Methodists.
Yes,
but,
you will.
But if it takes you more than 10 minutes to find the Bible in your house, you can't comment negatively.
It's true.
Is that a Jeff Foxworthy thing?
Where is
Go.
you might be a mess.
Can you get to it?
I think that's a different guy who does that.
Oh, okay.
He's not even addressing the homemakers thing.
Marry a Gideon. Agree. And
Gideon's.
mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. Agree. And I don't
that's
mean that
great.
their
If
first
they're
priority-
mothers.
If they are mothers, you're
Oh, he agreed? Oh. Oh my God, he agreed.
first. Now, but
That's fucked up.
here's the thing:
Their
mothers may
first-
have careers.
No, wrong.
Homemaker can be a dedicated career. Someone can make a wonderful home and work a job as well.
Yeah.
But it absolutely should be a mother's priority, considering that you chose to
family.
give birth to make sure that those children are taken care of, and that means making a house a home.
Because you
Uh,
know we got some deadbeat dads.
Just like a man, his priority needs to be to provide.
Yep.
Right.
That's really toxic. Oh boy.
Gerald, are you proud of the deadbeat dads?
No, that was actually not being proud.
Yeah, no.
I didn't like dap it.
It's just, no, he hasn't learned. He hasn't learned how to use sarcasm yet.
What did I do it wrong?
You gave 2 thumbs up.
I thought that was bad.
By the way, Siskel and Ebert are both dead. I know you just figured it out and you think it's a cool slogan. You're gonna bring it
One
back.
and a half.
We only have 15 more minutes, everyone. Is that Yai 500? What? I don't see. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, right there, yeah. Yai 500. Yeah.
Thumbs up.
It's just sad.
You can't even see
It
this.
just reminds us of death.
Still can't say that.
Rude.
Multinational companies are unethically. We really should have had a beer before doing
Oh
this.
yeah.
Or
No,
while.
we would've
doing
gotten
this.
far.
Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing
I think
countries.
I don't think this is exploiting the plant genetic
Multinational
resources.
companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries.
He doesn't
You gave
even
them
know what it
GMOs and then you
means.
bitched about it. What are we talking about?
I don't understand.
He doesn't even know what it means.
Plant
They're
genetic
talking
resources?
about how some like Monsanto will go to another country, they'll take the genetics for a certain plant, they'll come back, then they'll get a patent on it, and then they'll go back there and they'll say, hey, you can't grow this plant anymore because we have the genome.
Okay, he understands.
No, right. Well, Borlaug saved billions of lives, so are
should have worked out
unethically
your
exploiting the
genome.
plant. I don't know enough about. I don't know the inside baseball of Chiquita.
I think they can be doing
She's
that.
amazing.
So maybe I agree or disagree. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up.
All right, I'm just gonna go.
But
Agree. Shit, it's an iPad. It's touch sensitive, and well, you're doing it. I just
Yeah,
ruined
you
the whole
got it.
thing.
Yeah,
I hit
perfect.
back,
No.
but it was agree.
there we go. All
No,
right.
it was disagree. It was disagree. Sorry.
disagree.
Disagree.
Okay, there
Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity.
He doesn't know? Oh my god.
Strongly disagree because I don't like the establishment.
we
I
go. Strongly
think-
disagree.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I said strongly disagree. Yeah.
Bitch, you are the establishment. You're making, like, I'm sorry, 5 million subscribers liking this dumb shit. You don't have 5 million subscribers because of your comedic skill, dog. It's because you got money propping you up and paying ads for your shit.
Oops. You strongly
It doesn't
agree.
matter. Maddie's one checking it out for me because
Yeah,
it's doesn't
man,
look
good
good.
job.
okay.
Because you
Nobody would watch this shit otherwise.
can't control.
She got it.
Astrology
You can tell because oil floats, so oil money makes his channel float to the top. Ha ha!
accurately explains many things.
Oh, you
What?
dumb
Can I
arses.
add? Sure. If you're an ass. Oh, Steve.
Yes, you can.
Nobody even laughed at that.
So this is a
incorrigible.
It is your
political
show.
quiz.
This is a political
Again,
quiz.
political
So
compass.
confused.
I love it. I love it.
A political quiz. Are you good? Earlier, are you good at keeping secrets? And 12-year-old boy, what's your sign?
Oh boy.
I'm a Libra.
Oh boy.
All kids should have secrets.
This is so uncomfortable. This is so awkward.
Astrology accurately explains many things. Strongly disagree.
I strongly disagreed with that one too.
You cannot be moral without being religious. I don't
It's
know.
almost a trick question.
I don't agree with that, but I think, for example, everyone can have a set of morals by which they abide, whether they are religious or not. But I do think that having morals that, of course, are shared in a society is necessary, and that requires a religious basis.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I feel like
I disagree.
morals-
What kind of answer was that? What, you want to force conversions on people then, Mr. Crowder? Or are you going to kick out all the Jews? That's like the logical conclusion to what you just said.
think that I've known moral people who are atheist, of course.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not all atheists share the same morality, but then again, not all Christians.
Well, but my question would be, okay, well, what is
So then why are you bringing it up?
morality?
Yeah,
Like,
where does it come from?
Yeah.
What is the standard you're comparing to?
We
Whether
need to
it's
get
God
to
or anybody
page
else?
6, and
So
we're
I
an
know.
hour in this.
I'm
Okay?
just telling you.
Save it for
Just
Mass
saying.
Monday.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
If the church will still have us. Charity is better than social security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged.
Yes.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Some people are.
Doesn't even explain it. Okay. No, okay. Charity is just kind of shrugging your shoulders and going, yeah, maybe it'll work itself out. It's not actually taking steps to address the problem. It's hoping somebody else will take the steps to address the problem. That doesn't fucking solve anything. Also, I learned, I guess I'll bring it up when I edit. Maybe edit. I don't know. Okay. We did a video talking about wage gap or bake sale, freedom tunes. Yeah. There was a thing that was mentioned that's like women and the wage gap. Women make less than men. It's like 80 cents to the dollar for women to men. It's not good. And they give justification that's like, yeah, it's because of different careers. And it's like, yes, that's true. This is true. However, all these other things, as someone else pointed out, that like because of this gap though, like women make less in Social Security. Women make less in retirement. That's not good either. That's a problem. That's a real problem, actually. Now you could say it's justified, but now we got a bunch of old people taking their Social Security and retirement payments, and now it's like less than the men are. This is an issue. Okay, but we'll deal with that later.
Are naturally unlucky.
Gerald.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. This isn't a political question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish it was like sort
You're a
of.
libertarian. What does that mean?
I knew a foreign exchange student in my high school who quite literally slipped on a banana peel that fell
That
out
still
of the
happens?
trash. And I watched it go into the trash only 40 minutes earlier.
Only 40 minutes.
Was it funny?
That's fate.
It's hysterical.
It was crazy.
Who slips on a banana anymore?
It's hysterical watching foreigners fall and hurt themselves.
We've
The
gotten past
ICU
that.
visit was even
That's
funnier.
not what he said, I know.
Oh, wow.
Because he didn't have
in a
his
coma.
social
I'm sorry, what?
That's our social health care there.
Is he being racist?
Oh, wow.
Because he didn't
He's
have
in a
his
coma.
social maladie. That's our social health care there. Back. You waited a long time. It is important.
We are losing it.
Oh, no.
It is important that my child's school instills religious values. I disagree.
I agree.
I disagree. Because the problem is, unfortunately, who do you want? I don't think that my school should be instilling religious values because all it takes is one bad teacher.
Well, I mean,
So the unstated word is
true.
public.
Right.
So if you
Right.
think that you want to send your kid to a religious school or homeschool your kids religiously, that's great.
Right.
But again, the assumption here is that schools are essentially public.
Right, exactly. And to be clear, with a public school,
still
I don't want
agree.
them instilling religion at all, and I don't think that the Pledge of Allegiance is instilling religion.
Okay, well, you're wrong about that. You're right, they shouldn't. You're wrong that you think it's not, though.
I don't mind.
I don't think one nation under God is instilling a particular set of religious values.
Well, what if we're not but I don't believe we are a nation under God. I don't believe there is a God we are under. Why are you forcing conversions upon me and my children?
And I don't think that teaching,
no, I agree
don't
with
think
that.
in Quebec we had moral religious education, then it was changed to moral education, even though it still included religion in the curriculum. And I actually got kicked out because I questioned an Islamic scholar who came in, and I said, "Yeah, what about jihad?" And they kicked me out of class.
Yeah. Well, but I mean,
Yeah, okay. I see that happening.
Instilling religious values, I don't think it means it's just those values that are exclusive to Christianity.
Well, here's the problem.
No, it does.
I also come from Quebec, where you basically have a state denomination with Catholicism, and because I know many good Catholics here in the United States, I hate state-enforced any kind of religion, and unfortunately, we've seen the Catholic Church not get that right when they've been given any sort of.
The Pledge of Allegiance is creepy as fuck. Yeah, it is. Devoid of. Yeah, the people that support it are the people who've done it like their whole lives, and they want everyone else to do it, fascists.
I understand. I think it'd be cool to have like a comparative religion class. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean instilling religious values. That's just an objective study of values. It's not instilling them as values.
But he thinks it would be fun.
Again, I've changed the question.
Option E. Well, if you can't make up your mind, do you think it would be nice?
Would it be fun?
No, a religious class like that would just be like a history class. That's a little different.
Would you pleasure yourself?
What?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Jeez, Bill.
You're not a lawyer.
It's
Religion.
disgusting.
Jeez.
Ugh, Gerald.
Way to turn that around. I like that.
Answer the
I just want to be
fucking
quiet. 'Cause I want you
question.
to die on the vine.
No.
Answer it.
I'll only get stronger. I'll fill the silence.
Okay.
It'll become worse.
All right. Okay.
No.
Actually, you know what's strong? Sex outside of marriage is usually.
Okay. You can answer.
It'll become worse.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Sex
fine.
outside of marriage is usually immoral. Agree.
Yeah.
Yay, page
Who
6.
knew?
Wrong. Okay, fuck you. Get out of here. Whoa. All of How Malcolm's comments just got deleted? Message deleted by the Google moderator team? Is there a Google mod watching me? They have those? Do you see it in the chat? It says your comments are deleted. It still shows up on the screen, but scrolling through the chat it says message deleted by Google moderator team. You can see it? Haha. What the fuck? It's just you. What did you say to get deleted? Yikes. LOL. What? Motherhood or career? What? Oil is You said oil is toxic to the environment. They're on to you. Oh, you see it as in you see the. Does it say for you message deleted by Google moderator team, or does it just say message deleted? I've never seen that before. Is there a Google mod watching me? Hey, say something. Please? Say hi. We are under the boot of capitalism. It says message deleted. I didn't do it, Hal. I'm sorry. Will I get in trouble for showing you? If there's a mod watching, maybe I will. So, you can't really. Hang on. Well, I guess if you open the full thing, message deleted by the Google moderator team, right there. Message deleted by the Google moderator team. That's interesting. Wonder what's up with that. Maybe someone's like, "Hey, this guy's watching Steven Crowder. What's going on?" All right, whatever.
Actually, you know what? Strongly agree.
There you go.
Strong.
You didn't even say much. It's just weird.
Immoral. Agree.
Yeah.
Yay, page
Who
6.
knew?
Actually, you know what? Strongly agree.
There you go.
Strongly
Be strong.
agree, you living hussies and cads.
This is kind of fucked up. I don't. So do you people believe Steven Crowder had waited till marriage to have sex, or is he just lying? Because I think he's lying. I don't believe him. But maybe he's just like a loser. Maybe he is that much of a loser, you know? He said it though. Like he wrote like a news article saying he's married. Yeah, he wrote like a news article saying that I did it like a blog. Like I went to marriage to have sex because I'm Steven Crowder. I care about values, and I don't really buy it.
Cool cats.
You,
and kittens.
Cats.
you queens of New England.
Pet bitch Carol
That was the
Baskins.
cider house.
No, it's not immoral to have sex outside of marriage. It's absurd. For most of human history, we didn't even have marriage. We still had sex, though.
Rules, filthy whores.
Oh.
Admonishing.
Oh.
Edition.
That
Was it you princes of something? You queens of
You
something? You princes of New England?
Yeah.
It's a horrible film, by the way. It was
I have no idea what he's talking about.
nominated. The Cider House Rules, and I saw the
Skip.
things like October Sky.
Skip.
Spoiler alert.
Chloroquil?
In case
Skip.
should not be.
Okay. Doesn't even explain it.
Yikes.
Goodbye.
A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. Here's the thing. I agree that they should not be excluded, but I also agree that they should be way down the list, along with single-parent households and households that have cohabitators who are not married. In other words, the first people who get a kid, the people who get Amazon Prime on a
This is a weird ranking system he's coming up with.
child should be married mom and dad. I don't give a rat's ass about physical attributes, race, country of origin, a mommy and a daddy, and then down the list we can toss in everyone else, including same-sex couples.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, second-class citizens, less rights.
I don't give a rat's prime.
What did he say, though?
Not married. Another, along with single-parent households and households that have cohabitators who are not married. In other
Households who have cohabitators are not married. What if you live with like your parents, but like I don't mean like living in your parents' basement. I mean like say you're married, right? And then you're like one of your parents is like 70 and they can't move around and they live with you. Like there are a lot of people. There are a lot of households like that. Does that count? From what he described, it is. I think he means like, I don't want children exposed to polyamory.
and down the list we can toss in everyone else, including
I think that's what he means, but I don't know.
So
Reasonable.
they shouldn't be excluded from the possibility of adoption. I agree.
Yeah.
Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Agree.
I agreed.
Don't think
Free
porno is
speech.
good
Wow, he just answered that. That's okay.
for you,
No,
but
I
I
agree
don't
with
think
that
that I
too.
have the right to tell you that you can't do what Bill was talking about before the show. He was ashamed of it. If that makes you feel any better.
Making pornography.
Wasn't funny, but I'm surprised he actually went and said that.
Making.
He doesn't like. Okay, so he does. Sex outside of marriage is immoral, but I'm not gonna. Oh, but pornography should be legal. It did say legal.
Yeah.
Starring
The show.
Videos, Bill?
Steven, I thought you
We
were
were
a
all
fan.
we were all
Could never
I
use
don't
this.
care about this.
Bill like just overshot it dramatically.
Yeah.
Now,
Telling a story,
The
and
only
I was
guy-
trying to make it more interesting. Inevitably includes one to
was-
make air.
it
And
was
it's very hard.
We're almost at the end.
Hi,
Come on.
Audio Wade Dad.
father of.
Okay, let me make sure. What goes on? Okay. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting
Finally.
adults is no business of the state. What goes on? Okay. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. Strongly agree.
yeah.
That's different
different. I
from the marriage institution.
Right.
Anyway. No one
I expected worse, but okay.
can feel naturally homosexual.
Why did he laugh during that?
What?
Why is this in here?
That's weird.
A quick glance at Project Runway makes it clear that's not true.
Right. Disagree.
No one can
Again.
feel natural.
Hold on. I don't know what Project Runway is. It's a fashion show? Okay.
Naturally homosexual.
Politics?
Strongly
Yeah.
disagree.
Yeah. Well, this is sex now. It
You
did
would
the
say that,
section was
homophobe.
sex.
Why is this a political?
What does that have to do with politics?
I don't know.
These
It's obvious what it has to do with politics. A lot of people have weaponized hatred against individual groups like that because LGBT people are very often people who are first targeted by oppressive and authoritarian regimes.
days, openness about sex has gone too far.
Yeah. I don't care about that.
In depiction of sex in popular culture, I have no problem with people being open about sex and talking about sex, because I think that's what allows me, for example, to provide a retort and say, no, I think that sex within the confines of what we believe as Christians, marriage is a beautiful thing. And a lot of wonderful Christian art, of course, depicts the human form, nudity.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if he's ever had sex. Just the way he talks about it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just like
But as far as hypersexualized culture,
That's what I lean towards.
yeah.
I that's kind of what I thought the question was asking. So that's why I said that.
So I guess I agree. I mean, I don't. I'm so torn. Agree.
It's the last question. Can you just click it?
Okay, great.
just
now let's
please.
see where you stand. All right.
that was painful.
Here we
Cute
go.
Patty, let's bring this up. What am I?
Oh, you got to scroll.
Scroll
Good
down.
Lord.
Scroll down.
Keep going.
Just explaining it.
Keep going.
Scroll
Keep
down.
going.
Keep going.
Those are other
more.
people.
No,
Those
keep
are other
going.
people.
Right there.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I told you.
Scroll up
I
just
was.
a little.
I told you. This
There's
was
like a number.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bring it back up.
Go
Don't
back.
punch
What
it.
the hell?
Go
Scroll up a little bit.
There you go.
Great.
3.38.
For crying out loud.
I expected a little bit higher on the authoritarian.
Economic left right 3.38.
Same place as Ben Shapiro.
Social libertarian authority 0. So like I said, I'm pretty conservative with a libertarian leaning.
Yeah. I was pretty close to you.
Nothing on the authoritarian side, which surprises me, considering the fact that I want to
Surprises him.
round up all of. Never mind.
You can't
I was
say
going to talk
that.
about I was going to talk about a children's show. I was going to talk about a children's show, but then I realized it would be a copyright infringement, not a race.
What are you doing?
Unless Muppets are a
Settle
race.
down, Gerald.
Unless Muppets are a race.
They are.
That's true.
What is he doing?
It was the
They're not.
Teletubbies.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sorry for your ears.
But I didn't
there,
want to get
fellas.
sued because they're known for being litigious.
Yeah.
But if I had my way, the show is
I don't care.
Is
there more we care about?
That's true.
because of a Teletubby / Holocaust joke in poor taste, mind you, absolutely.
Right.
What
But
the
that hasn't
fuck?
stopped me.
When do I get a poor
Blaze.
taste button?
Who was you
We're on the
I
right.
don't care.
okay?
Right. And I was actually straight just zero social liberty. 3.
Socially,
Yeah, we were very similar.
Wow.
He's more libertarian than you and he.
Say more.
I
like
thought I
me?
would have seen a little libertarian in mine, but
reason.
no.
That's what's required, by the way, for
be
the
a libertarian?
internship at Reason.
I don't get it.
But hopefully it has served you well because you asked for it, and I gave it to you. So you know what? Remember that when it comes time to renew, okay?
It's just an ad.
Nowhere else. It's not the same question. The context of
Okay, wait. There's an
I
explanation.
think this is interesting.
Yeah.
You lived a moron's life. And I think most of these
bitter.
exercises, like if you need someone else to tell you what you are,
Yeah.
you lived a moron's life. So that being said, I
Oh yeah, Steven Crowder. Well, I think you are a loser.
understand why people think this is useful. I don't know why hosts out there think this is interesting.
Yeah. Not really.
But it seems like it was mostly accurate. I would be curious if someone knows who created this test. I'm willing to bet that it was not a conservative American.
No.
God, why do they always say this? Is it because conservatives are just stupid? Well, conservatives are dumb. That's the title we said. Is it just because they're so dumb they don't understand like politics and actually analyzing political science?
Because it doesn't apply. All of these rules, these questions, they can apply across nearly all of Europe and not at all in the United States. Just like
What?
the First Amendment applies in the United States and nowhere
No, this is not an analogous comparison. What the fuck does this mean?
else. It's not the same question. The
No, it is. Many of these questions are international.
context of the question matters. It changes based on the country you're in. And what I will say is if they had a test to see how American you are, even though I'm half Canadian,
Okay, while your values may change depending on the country you're in, none of these questions are really changed by what country you're in. It's just a pretty simple matter.
I would be
It's a simple matter of what ought to be. Now, okay, what ought to be, the question of what ought to be is not a simple question, but it's, no, what these questions ask don't change what these questions are asking of you don't change depending on the country you're in. Now, how you respond might change depending on the country you're in, but this is an absurd takeaway from him. Hello, welcome new people. Welcome to the party. New to this channel, what's up? We just got through almost 2 hours of Steven Crowder. Well, 1 hour of him, and it took me 2 hours.
No parts Canadian.
No parts.
None.
Well, you know, it'd be really fun to just see what other countries rank. Like Germany's got to be like +10 on authoritarian. You know,
Yeah.
I always have
Oh
to
my
watch out for those
God.
guys.
Except I bet you
Right.
they'd show up as -10 because they always try to
Game
go
the
too far
test.
the other way.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no, we love the Jews now.
Totally friends.
Thank you so much. We're not going to get to an Ash Wednesday. We took a political compass test.
So he doesn't talk. So I don't ever want to hear him cry about, oh, the left calls everyone Nazis. When you say stuff like that, you kind of ruin it.
So much. We will see you tomorrow live stream.
All right, that's it. He doesn't have anything else. Jesus Christ. Well, we did it. I will edit out the part where I went to the bathroom, but we are not cutting this video down any further, okay? I'll edit out the part where I went to the bathroom, and I'm going to edit in a part where I do a Patreon read, and that's it. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for sticking through with this. That was painful. The next time we do this, it's going to be one of the shorter ones. We'll look at Andrew Klavan next. We're not doing that today. I am done with Andrew Klavan. I am done with Steven Crowder. We're done with political compass tests. We're gonna find something a little different now. Oh boy. Okay, done recording. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching all the way through. I don't know why you did, but thanks anyway. I'd like to thank the February patron backers: Dios, Elsie Hupp, George, Irene Schaefer, James Paul, Jari Polamo, Laura Day, Megan Squires, Mellow Cheddar, Schwartz, Suzanne Hendrickson, and Xylorp on Bandcamp. Thank you all so very much. Your continued support encourages me to do videos like this where I'm probably committing self-harm in front of thousands of people. That is, oh boy, that is not good.